Here we go. G'day guys, Brett Thompson here and welcome to the 48-hour funnel webinar where the big promise is to get your three-step marketing system up online, generating leads and sales well before Christmas. Now that's a pretty outrageous promise looking at the date, but it is true because I took a room full of people this recently who are very low tech and had nothing more than just an idea which I helped them with, and in 2 days they went from having nothing to having a three-step marketing funnel ready to go online. So that's pretty cool, right? So anyway, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about that story, and I'm also going to, I guess what I really want to do here is to really give you massive value. And the promise was you can steal my three-step funnel. I'm going to tell you the story behind that, but at the same time, I'm going to give you an opportunity to just to really look exactly what I'm going to be doing, like what I've done. I'm going to show you the pages. I'm going to show you my thinking behind the offers and the copywriting that I use and why I use the copies. So I'm really giving it all, right? And a lot of people said to me, some friends said, "Why are you giving so much in the webinar?" Right? Well, I'll be straight out and honest with you. Like, you know what? The normal webinars where they give you a bit of a light serving of information. They leave you hanging for more. So look, I could do that, but I'm going to give you everything, right? And the only gap left is if you either want to do it yourself, do it with me and our guys, like in our help you implement, right, in 48 hours, or we can do it for you, right? So I'm going to start off and just be completely upfront and honest with you. But the most important part for me is delivering on this promise, right? So anyway, I'm going to run through a little bit about my story for those of you who don't know me. I'm going to be super quick, because I've got so much content. I just really want to try and pull this in within an hour. So for those of you who don't know me, I've in Australia, I've been one of the highest paid, most well sought after copywriters for the last 7 or 8 years. Which is quite ironic actually, because 8 years ago I didn't even know what a copywriter was. In fact, I went all through school, didn't even read a book until I was in my mid 20s. I remember finishing school, celebrating, thinking, awesome, no one's going to have to try and ask me to read a book for the rest of my life. And I spent the next 10 years becoming a full-time investor, where I invested the next 10 years of my life, invested 90% of my income in my social life. And I got very good at it. But then I was blessed with twin boys, and I just took life seriously. Picked up my first book that I decided to read. It was called Awaken the Giant Within by Anthony Robbins. That's a monster of a book to start with, by the way. Right? It took me 6 months to read it, but completely changed me. I really bought into the concept you can create your own destiny, right? And I'm kind of living proof of it, because it wasn't something I wasn't learn at school. Then I jumped into I was working the job. I'd been there for like 15 years, and I had my first dream of a business. I wanted to start personal development workshops for kids, teaching them confidence, communication skills, self-esteem, all the good life skills that you don't find in school. Everyone said it's going to be a fantastic idea. Jumped into my own business and learned very quickly it's okay to have a good idea or a good product, but if you don't know marketing, you haven't got a good marketing system, you can lose a lot of money. That's the harsh reality, right? Everyone says, follow your passion, the money will come. I reckon it's a bit of a crock, right? There are exceptions, don't get me wrong. I mean, what following your passion does gives you amazing energy and zest in life. It's fantastic, but it doesn't guarantee the bank balance is going to fill up. You need good marketing, right? So I found myself in a marketing seminar with there's a guy called Mal Emery, and he jumped up on stage and said, right, what I'm going to share with you now is has put more money in my bank account than anything I've ever done in my whole life. And I said, whatever's going to come out of this guy's mouth, I'm going to do it. And he said, it's the art of writing compelling words that motivate people to take action, better known as copywriting. I went, oh no, I've only just started reading. I invited a guy by the name of Pete Godfrey up on stage, and Pete did a session on copywriting. I spent my last $500. I went to one of Pete's courses and got very good very fast. I went from my first year of business, right, without knowing marketing and copywriting, I'd turn over $16,000. Raising three kids, pretty tough. Next year, once I learned these skills, I went to 200,000, and over the next 7 or 8 years, helped generate over $220 million of new sales for my clients and myself. So I tell you that just to give you hope, right? And here's the thing: I want to tell you the journey now. I've since written a book called Client Rush. I'm not here to talk about that, but I will say it's probably one of the best mini home study courses worth about $2,000 crammed into a $29 book. I kid you not. But that's helping a lot of people. I just got a unsolicited testimonial today where someone said she's so grateful she read this last week because it's helped add another 1,000 leads in the last week. I just saw that like literally a couple of hours ago, which is cool. So here's what's happening now. This is what is going to tie into the 48-hour funnel. See, my beautiful bride, Lanika Kruzna, she's also a best-selling author in, she's a doctor of metaphysics, got a book called Beggars Can Be Choosers. That's better than my book, I tell you. It's awesome. Anyway, we combine marketing and mindset at the moment. So we run workshops all around Australia and overseas, and we have a blast doing it. We've got our vision. Our vision I want to share with you right now is to we're looking for 100 influencers, or diamonds in the rough, as they say. 100 influencers, and we want to help them build an audience of at least 10,000 people through better marketing, and then indirectly impact over 1 million people by 2020, right? So we've got to put the rollers on and get happening, right? So anyway, what I'll tell you a little bit of a background with this 48-hour funnel. See, we've been running workshops for a long time, and what I've found, and I've also been a participant and speaking on other people's stages and running our own ones, and what I've found is there's so much information out there. You might as well be standing underneath Niagara Falls with a paper cup, right? There's but people are just where people are lacking is lack of implementing. And as a presenter and a coach and trainer, it used to annoy me, not in a way, not annoy. I wasn't annoyed with people, but we want to make a difference, and we put on these workshops and seminars and speak to people, and they spend so much money on mentoring and coaching and courses, yet 12 months later, their bank balance hasn't changed, right? And when it boils down to it, is they haven't implemented. So we started running implementation workshops, right? Pretty gutsy, by the way. They're not easy to do, but we did it because we wanted to kind of help people get results. We were really committed to that, and for 6 years running, we ran a workshop called the 7-Hour Sales Letter with good friends of ours, Andrew and Dale Grant. And this took off so well. And the concept was people turned up with a laptop, nothing on their screen, and then 3 days later they walked out with a long form written sales letter and a video script for their sales page, all done and dusted in 3 days. I mean, how cool is it going to a seminar where instead of walking out with a notepad full of intentions, you walk out with a result, right? And this is the kind of what we do in our workshops. But after it was so popular, right? I didn't need to do any advertising at all. I just announced it. Like within 2 or 3 weeks, it was fully booked every time, and for 6 years running. So I stopped it. Now, why would I stop it if it was working so well? Number one, I got a little bit bored, but the main reason was because helping people write a sales letter doesn't guarantee their success. And because we're so committed to getting people success, I realize these days marketing has evolved. You've got to understand how to get a marketing funnel. It's not about putting a sales page up. You've got to build trust. You've got to put together highly converting lead magnets and write emails and have some logical upsells. We're in the game now where we have to have a marketing funnel. So I've spent the last 3 years immersing myself in that. We invest a lot of money with mentors from around the world. We're part of one of the highest prestigious marketing masterminds in the US. We travel to the US 3 times a year, where it's $35K US just to be a part of it. So I know every single marketing funnel that's out there, but I'm not going to show you all those because some of them are really overwhelming, and a lot of people just love learning, and you might be addicted to learning new stuff. You're fascinated with it all, but if you still haven't got a marketing funnel up right now, then something's wrong, right? You need to just get something simple that's working to just get started and get you in the game. When I say get you in the game, I mean this. You really need to get in the game of in the paid traffic space. You can spend 6 months, 12 months building up an audience on social media, which is very, very important. But if you want to fast track that, you've got to have a funnel that you can just throw traffic at, throw money at to get traffic, and it converts and makes you more money. So if you can put $100 of traffic to it and you pull out $150 while you sleep, isn't that a cool thing? You've got an online ATM machine, right? So that takes time, and I'm going to show you what's working best for me. I'm going to give it to you, and then if you want our help doing it with you, that's awesome. If you don't, that's awesome too. As long as you just get some results, right? So let's get straight into it. Again, the ultimate is a marketing breakthrough, and I believe, and this is really important, right? I believe for 90% of us that your next marketing breakthrough, or your next business breakthrough, is simply coming up with the right offer that converts, right? Sounds simple, but it's not, right? You've got to come up with the right offer that converts, and then you can have your marketing breakthrough. Then finally, you could have the lifestyle you got into business for in the start anyway. But what happened is, we leave a job and start our own business, and then we work double the amount of hours with more stress, right? Which is nothing wrong with that. That's the entrepreneur's journey, and that's cool. I have a lot of respect for you if you're a hard worker. Lanique and I very rarely meet someone who works as hard as me. I tell my kind of tribe, I said, don't envy my lifestyle yet, right? Because we work really hard. We've got massive goals, and we love what we do. But anyway, but what happens is we get overwhelmed with marketing ideas. There's so many experts and gurus out there, and there's formulas and systems and you name it, right? So you think, where do we go? What do we do? And when a human being is given too many decisions, we do nothing, right? So I want to take away that overwhelm and just give you a simple system that you can actually implement really fast. So another thing I want to talk about is constraints, right? So very, very quickly, right? If you've got a constraint in your business right now, it might be cash flow is your constraint. It might be you're doing too much work, you haven't got a team, right? Um, it might be no leads coming. Whatever the constraint is, I can guarantee you this: it's because of a decision or a lack of a decision that you made 6 months ago or 12 months ago. For instance, if you wanted to make money from running seminars, you could do everything right. You could do all the marketing right, and do all the content, wicked, amazing content. But if you put on a seminar and you don't make any sales, then you're going to have massive cash flow constraint for a while, because 6 months ago, 12 months ago, you didn't learn how to sell from stage. If you're still working hard and you haven't found a team member, it's because 12 months ago you didn't learn what it was take to build a team. If you have got no leads coming in, you're only relying on one source of leads, it's because you didn't learn how to put a marketing system together. Now, so from this day on, I don't want lack of leads or lack of cash flow to ever be in constraint, because what I'm going to show you does work, right? So that's what I want to kind of talk about. Now, I'm going to talk about the rules of this webinar. If you haven't already noticed, I talk really fast, so I can't talk slower, but if you can listen faster, that would be awesome. The webinar outline, interaction. I mean, I think webinars are weird, to be honest with you, because I'm in my office here by myself talking with enthusiasm to like pretty much a computer screen. It's a little bit odd. I love live seminars. Lanique and I love just jumping up and eyeballing people and talking to people, getting interaction. So if it's okay with you, and this is going to be benefit you as well, it's important that I'm going to ask you to interact a little bit, ask you questions, purely so I know I can where to navigate. Okay, now I know where I can go with it. So I'm going to say, do you want more information here, and then I can go deeper, right? Because I really want you to kind of contribute. So to kind of to kind of prompt you to interact, if you're cool, right? We're going to start here, right? We're going to start with this. Every time you see this guy here, that means I'm going to ask you to interact. Now, so just to test me out here, let's see who's going to be part of the party with us. If you saw this guy at a party and you had to guess his first name, what would be your guess? Just jump in the chat, and I'm going to pick one name, and the best name, Gary. All right, Garth. Good one, Vicky. Garth. That's fantastic, Jamie. Knobhead McJiggles. Jingles. That's the funniest I've ever seen, to be honest with you. Nigel, no friends. Arthur. Thanks, Pip. Look, okay, Jamie, I'm going to call him, we'll call him Mr. McJingles. No, actually, that's too much of a mouthful, mate. I'm sorry, buddy. We'll go with Garth, but Knobhead was definitely the winner, mate. But I'm recording this, so we're going to go with Garth, all right? Cool. So next question I'm going to ask you guys, right? Are you just here testing me out? Are you just kind of don't even know if you're going to stick around, or are you going to play full ball? Are you going to stick around to the end? I want to know if you're here to stick around to the end, right? Because I want to. I've got so much to give you guys, and it's not going to stop till right at the end. I don't want you to exit halfway and only get and have a few pieces of the puzzle missing out. So jump in and let me know if you're here sticking around. Um, awesome. Cool. Thanks, Pip. Hey, Michelle, that's awesome. Cool. All right, only 3 people stick around. Well, all right. Here we go. Thanks, Jamie. Lindy, awesome. Thanks, guys. There's a few more people who are playing the quiet game here. That's cool. I just remember not to invite you to a Christmas party. Just no, only joking. So let's get right into it, guys. Also, I'm going to ask you one more question. This is really important, and I promise you, this is for your benefit. Tell me in the chat what industry you're in. I'll tell you why I want you to do this, because as I run through the examples of my funnel, if I already have in my head some industries, straight away I'll go, hey, Jamie, this could work for you. Hey, Lisa, this could work for your industry, or Michelle, or whatever the case, So type in. I just want to just get a few industries so I know if it's going to work, and I'll tell you now if it's not going to help. Health and fitness, awesome, Jamie. I already know that's going to work for you, mate, because we've got a few clients doing this. Author speaker, oh, Bill, mate, it's a shut the gate, mate. That's for you, easy. Health and nutrition, Pip, fantastic. Wellness, excellent. So here's the cool, guys. If you guys are in the kind of the expert niche where people you've got information to lure people in, then this will work, right? This will work. I'm really happy about saying that. It's really exciting. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is content, right? So content for a marketing funnel is it's kind of broken up into these areas. There's the offer, which is actually the most important. I'm not going to talk about your audience and having a hungry audience. I'm just going to assume that you already have a hungry audience. That doesn't mean you have to have a massive list, but I'm just hoping that you've got a niche that's hungry for what you want, right? So then it's a matter of coming up with offers. Then it's the copywriting, right, that carries through that. The success of a marketing campaign is this: 60% comes down to finding a hungry audience. 20% comes down to coming up with irresistible offers that they want. And the final 20% is the copywriting that carries that through, right? So there's other parts we talk about design and having good design these days, where the bar's really risen. These days you need good design. Technology, you need. There's so many things you can do to get more conversions with just technology. And marketing, we've been writing Facebook ads or Google ads or joint ventures, whatever the case. So I don't have time to go all through that tonight, but I'm going to focus on the 2 most important ones, which is helping you come up with offers and the copywriting to carry that through. Sound cool? Also, I'm going to let you know about if you want more help, right? If you love what you see here and you say, hey, no, this could work for me, but you want to do it faster, or if you want my brain in your business, if you want to bounce your ideas off me, I'm going to show you how you can kind of work with us guys to help you implement it and get it done in 48 hours, right? Which is really exciting. Also, we've got a 48-hour funnel checklist, which right at the end, I'm going to tell you how to get that, which will be really cool, right? So my kind of intention here is, number one, to give you clarity, because I think that's something that I don't want to confuse you guys here. I want you to kind of forget about everything you've learned and just really focus here. And I want to give you crystal clear clarity of what your 3-step marketing funnel can be. Because once you have a good marketing funnel, you can get a marketing breakthrough and have a lifestyle and income that you really dream of. So the other thing I'm going to talk about is conversion, right? It's okay to have good offerings, and it's okay to know what your marketing funnel is going to do. But if your copywriting sucks, you're going to suffer poor conversions, and you'll probably give up on your funnel and just go back to overwhelm land, right? So I'm going to give you some clarity. I'm going to help you with conversions. But if I just left you there like most people do, then I have not done my job. See, I do not want to be compared to any other marketer in Australia or overseas where, hey, Brett knows his stuff, he gives really good content. Well, that's crap. I don't care about that. I want to help you implement, right? It's all about implementing. Why? If you don't know this right now, then you need to go to a few more seminars and spend a few more tens of thousands of dollars on marketing courses, wait 2 years and still have no much better income. And then you'll come back to me and say, you know what, Brett, yeah, I really did need help implementing, right? I know this because I've been in the industry for so long. I've got my finger on the pulse with what's needed right now, and you need help implementing, and I'm the man to help you do it, right? So let's go straight into it. We're going to talk about the 3 steps. The first step is the lead magnet, and I'm going to assume you know what a lead magnet is, but just in case you don't know, it's your first step, your first free offering. It's something that you offer to the market for free in exchange for an email or first name or details or phone number, depending on what the case, right? So the thing with lead magnets, I want you to understand this, and there's a few principles I want you to ingrain into your brain, right? And this the first one is this: the more lead magnets you have, the faster you'll grow your list and the more money you'll make. Simple as that. The more lead magnets you throw in the market, the faster you'll grow your list and the more money you'll make. Most people I see have had the same lead magnet for 2-3 years, or sometimes even no lead magnet, right? You need to throw mud on the wall, right? And I'll tell you why it's so important, right? See, number one, do you have this problem, right? Or these problems? Is your list too small, right? Because these are constraints that are going to stop you from moving forward. And I want to give you a solution for it. Is your list too small? Is your marketing outdated? Right? Have you not updated your market in the last 6 months or 12 months? Because marketing and our markets, they're evolving. They're becoming more sophisticated. So you've got to update it. And I'm going to give you the most modern, simple marketing system you can apply straight away. Are you concerned what others will think? Now, why would I say that? I'll tell you why. Because if you're the face of your business, most people don't really put the pedal down and go hard in their business because they're too worried about what other people think. Nothing wrong with that. Here's the thing: even the guys and girls you look up to, earning millions and millions of dollars, every single person I believe on the planet has some level of self-doubt in some way, shape, or form. That should give you some comfort knowing that you're not alone. I guess what the difference is, we find ways to number one, not give a crap eventually, and we find ways to overcome it and get through it. We still might feel it, but we push through it, right? So, for instance, if I'm lucky and privileged to be working with some amazing business owners in Australia and overseas, and I get to coach and mentor them every single week, right? And I know that some of them aren't really pushing the envelope as much as they can. They might be busy working. That's a bit different. Don't confuse, being busy for being effective, right? But let's say you want to put like videos out there. Most people think, I don't want to do that. I'm going to get judged. Well, let me put your mind at ease. Yes, you will get judged. You'll get judged hard, right? We all do. I get judged. We all do. But the thing is, the majority of the people seeing your marketing messages or your lead magnets or videos, whatever, they're going to look at it and there's not even raise an eyebrow and go, whatever, it just does not interest me. See, here's the thing: those people who you're worried about will never give you money anyway, so don't worry about them. But there's a small, tiny segment of the market, and they're going to really connect with you more than anyone else. They like your personality, they like your style, they relate to you. They're going to give you money, move forward with you, put food on the table, so you can actually build a business, have a lifestyle, and make more of an impact in the world. So you've got to market to those people, right? And don't dim your light to placate to the tire kickers who are never going to do anything with you anyway. Right. Next thing I want you to think about is you might not know what they want, right? You might have you might be brilliant at what you do. I'm guessing and assuming everyone on this webinar, you're brilliant at what you do. You're very talented. In fact, if I put a room full of people in front of you and said, "Can you just talk about what you do?" you'd blow people away, right? But it's finding that people, you just don't know what it is they want. So I'm going to give you some clarity on how to get a really good marketing system so they kind of come and introduce themselves to you through your marketing. Another problem you might have is you might have a poor marketing system or no marketing system or funnel at all, right? Your only source of business or leads and sales might be through word of mouth or some relationship you've built, whatever the case. No, there's nothing wrong with that. That's good. But, it's not leverage, is it? If you really want to make an impact in the world, you've got to have some smart marketing. Like it or hate it, that's just the name of the game, right? So here's the thing. They're all problems. You might have 1, 2, or all of those problems, and that's okay, right? Here's what the real problem is. The real problem is this. The real problem is lack of clarity and confidence. All right? I know this to be true, and that is that, again, you're brilliant at what you do, but you're still unsure. I mean, if you've known about marketing funnels, you've heard the terms longer than 6 months, but you still haven't got one, it's because you don't have clarity, right? Or you might not be confident about what to put out there. So I want to kind of dissolve that on this webinar and hopefully we can work together so I can fast track it for you, so you can make a more of an impact in the world. Or who knows, maybe you're one of the 100 people that Nick and I are looking for. We don't know yet. But when you have clarity and confidence, you'll be growing the list every day. See, well, the number one thing you have to protect as an entrepreneur is your confidence, right? Because an entrepreneur without confidence um, or self-doubt, it's like dying a slow in death, right? So, and when you have clarity, you know exactly, the light bulb goes on, you know what you're going to do, then you get confidence and you become unstoppable, right? And that's what we want to get you towards, right? And that's what I love, helping people get to that stage. So when you do have clarity and confidence, you're going to be growing your list every day. You're going to have assets to make money from. When I say assets, I talk about you'll have lead magnets, so you can use as upsells and extra bonuses. You'll have more options to do stuff, right? It's really cool because you'll be in the market. You'll be throwing stuff out. You'll have some marketing funnels out in the market. You'll have some authority, respect, and recognition. You'll be asked to be interviewed in podcasts. You'll be asked to speak on other people's stages. You might even be asked to be, you know, to contribute to a book or write an article for a magazine or a blog post, whatever the case. I know this to be true because it's happened to me and it still happens to me. I've spoken to some of the Australia's biggest business groups. Is it because I'm the world's best marketer or the best marketer in Australia? No, not at all, right? It's because they see my stuff and people go, if they ask for referrals, they say, check out this guy, don't know if he's any good, but geez, he puts some stuff out there, whatever the case, but it just helps. Leverage to have more freedom. What I mean by that is, if you're like me, Lanika, we work hard. We love what we do. It's not something we're going to do all our life. Or we'll always work and we love contributing, but we like having some time off. A couple of Christmases ago, we said, let's have a good break in Christmas. So because I had clarity and confidence years ago, and I put some products together, that 7-hour sales letter training that I did, I kind of had the video recording, so I just kind of bundled it up into a bit of a discount and let it out, and just did a promotion through my database and made a quick 20 grand and took some time off, right? So when you have clarity and confidence with your marketing, you have the options to do that. So it's really, really important. So anyway, so I'm going to fly through. So we're going to talk about lead magnets. Now, here's the big thing I want you to get your head around, and that is this. Most lead magnets I see in the market is an ebook or a free report. They were fantastic 5 years ago, guys, but like even maybe 3 years ago. Here's the thing. What's happened? What's happened in the last number of years? Do you think would it be fair to say that people are getting busier? Hell yeah! So here's the thing. You could do everything right. You could have an amazing report or an ebook or a book to give away for free, and people they might be highly interested in it, but if they're not going to put their details in because they think, I've got all these books at the side of I just don't have time to read it. When am I going to find time to read it? So you're instantly, missing out on 50 to 70% of opt-ins, right? Whereas if you just took that ebook, took out the best chapter and summarized it into a one-page action plan or a checklist or a cheat sheet, and had the same title, and then people will opt in for that because they can consume it really fast. So that's the first thing I want you to get to understand, is this. It's called the 60-second offer, or the 1 to 5 minute offer, right? So if you really want to get increased conversions and get people into your marketing funnel, come up with an offer that's perceived that they can consume in 1 to 5 minutes, because that's more realistic for them, and they'll really appreciate it. So another rule with lead magnets I want you to understand, and this is what I'd be coaching you on if we were working together, and that is try and solve one problem at a time. Don't try and solve the world. When Lanika and I did our seminar tour last year, we did a tour all around Australia, helping people with their marketing funnels. I didn't lead with a market that said, how to map out your marketing plan for 2015. I mean, come on, who else is saying that? Only everyone. So instead, I picked one problem. I said, how to nail your lead magnet so it'll grow your list and bank balance fast. And then I outlined the top 10 lead magnets for the last 12 months, right? And I got 300 people on that webinar, right? And then I was able to tell them everything else about what we do with the market through the funnel seminar, but just solve one problem at a time, right? Because it's you'll get people will just appreciate that. So if you're putting a report together or some kind of short little document, just try and solve one problem at a time and people go, I need the answer to that, and they'll opt in for it, right? And you've pulled people in the funnel. So how would you do that? So here's some ideas. You can have a cheat sheet, a flow chart, a checklist, a video, or even a one-page action plan, or whatever the case, right? They're the kind of things that people are opting in for, right? Um, so what I mean by a video is well, for instance, I'll tell you the story of how the 48-hour funnel came about, right? Um, for my members, we put on implementation workshops for our kind of groups, and one of the ones we did a while ago was the 48 a couple of months ago was a 48-hour funnel, right? And I took I was kind of didn't want to do the 7-hour sales letter anymore. I said no, we need. So I tried to simulate that and said, can I get a room full of people and help them implement a 3-step funnel in 48 hours? And we did it, right? Believe it or not, it was. Even an hour before we started, I was not going to be sure. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, right? But another, and let me tell you where, going back to the origin of this 48-hour funnel. Another workshop we did prior to that was called the Social Media Boot Camp, right? One of our members, the awesome Lindy McRae, who's on the webinar tonight, she's an absolute gun. We got her to do a session on how to optimize your Facebook business page, right? And everyone loved it, including me. And so I had an idea a short while after, and I rang Lindy and said, hey, Lindy, you know that Facebook business page thing you did at the workshop? So can you actually put together a bit of a checklist of what people have to do to optimize their Facebook business page? Because, yeah, no worries. And like Lindy, she just had it back to me in an hour. I told her what I'm going to do. I said, I'm going to try and do a funnel in 48 hours, right? So obviously we didn't have time for perfection, right? This is very, very, very critical. No time for perfection. I'm going to show you the pages we did. And I turned that into a lead magnet. I did a step 2 was a very logical upsell, low priced upsell, which I'm going to show you. Step 3 led to a phone call with me, a low cost discounted phone call. Whacked the pages up together. Lindy kind of plugged in all the techie stuff, and we kind of went from concept to cash in 48 hours, right? And that 3-step funnel went pulled in an extra $22,347 in from concept to cash, right? So now that's not massive like the US guys boast about making hundreds of thousands, but what I was impressed about was the offerings that worked and the speed that you get it done, right? Hence, that's when the 48-hour funnel implementation workshop became real, right? So I'm going to show you that, and the key thing was the checklist, right? If Lindy gave me an ebook, how to optimize your Facebook page, was 180 page ebook, I would have got a third of the opt-ins. I know that to be true, right? So that's a good concept I want you to think about. So here's some examples of some checklists. They don't have to be checklists. They could be action sheets or cheat sheets. In fact, I had 5 reports, right? And I just changed on the opt-in. I just changed the word report and changed it to cheat sheet and got increase in conversions, right? Did not touch the report once. I just changed the name of it because it had a perceived speed. You know what I mean? So anyway, so look at these things. They don't look flashy. They look basic. I know you don't want to know why they look basic because they took me 15 minutes to make, and I can show you how to do that in 15 minutes, right? And because understand this, images don't convert, but words do. Images have a great place in marketing. Don't get me wrong, but you want to use the images of your lead magnets, even if it's video, right, to do some selling for you. That's why the words are so important, right? Okay, so quick question. Does that make sense? Do you understand where I'm going with this 60-second offer for lead magnet? Can you see it working in your business? Jump in there and cool. Bill said, yes, I'm brilliant, said Garth. Awesome. Yep. Cool. Excellent. Good. So we're all on track, all right? Because the next thing I want to get your head around the next step, right? And just so you know, by sticking around to the end, I'm going to show you all the pages and all the copy, right? And then I'm going to show you how to get the checklist. The next thing is what we call a tripwire. Now, I first heard this terminology from our good buddy Ryan Dyson, Perry Belcher, when Lanika and I got to hang out with him last year in San Diego. Now, tripwire is just a new name for what we've been using for years and decades called the one-time offer. But there is a twist to it. So I'm going to talk to you about the difference between a tripwire and the one-time offer, right? So the main difference is the cost. What I mean by that is this. So um, generally, for many years, when marketing funnels first started, everyone said, "Here's a free report," and then they opt in, and then all of a sudden, boom, here's an upsell. Hey, while you're here, do you want to buy my course for $997? Right now, but what we've found over the years is that that's too steep. You go from free to $1,000. I mean, as Ryan said, it's kind of like if you're caught and if you're in the single market and you see someone you're attracted to in the cafe, you don't walk up and say, "Hey, excuse me, you look like wife material. We should have kids and get married," right? You'd be a freak, right? So what you got to do? You kind of got to baby step it, and you want to say, ask if you can buy them a coffee, and then if that goes well, then you can maybe see if they want to go to the movie with you, and you got to simulate real life in your marketing, right? So the tripwire, what they've found after millions of dollars of split testing, is if the first step, if you can make that low cost, so it's low barrier to entry, then you're going to make more money, right? Because here's the thing, the name of the game is to get people to move people from being a prospect to a customer, right? The quickest you can do that, the more money you'll make, right? The quicker you can do that, the more money you make. So if you make it hard for them, then you're just short sheeting yourself. So what I mean by that is this, guys. The psychology you have to get and to hit, the emotional buttons you have to hit to get people to enter their email address into a lead magnet is more than it's ever been, because people are so skeptical. Not so skeptical, they know what's coming, right? So that's one hurdle you've got to face. But the next hurdle, to get someone to actually whip out their credit card, put in their details and buy from you, my God, that's like not a hurdle. That's like a massive invisible wall you have to scale over. Right, so doesn't it make sense? Doesn't it make sense to make that as low as possible? Because here's the reason why. As soon as they spend money with you once, it's 10 times easier to sell something else to them. 10 times easier to sell something else to them, right? So that's the name of the game. So the person who can get the most customers wins. It's not who can get the most leads, right? Now understand, I'm going to show you some examples. This is what we call the tripwire. The tripwire can be anything from $4, $7, $10, $20, maybe $50, depending what your core offer is, right? But whatever you can do to get them to whip out their credit card is better, because it's 10 times easier to sell something to me. In fact, people come to me and say, "Hey, Brett, I want a cash injection before Christmas. What can I do?" I said, "Easy. List out list out a group the names of the people who have spent money with you in the last 12 months or 2 years." And they go, "Why?" Well, they've already trusted you enough to give you money, so now go back with them with an irresistible offer, and there's your cash injection, right? So it's the same concept here, but through a marketing funnel. So where people go wrong is this: they don't have a congruent offer. So if you opt in for something that they really want, they say yes to, like, for instance, right? If you go back to the Facebook checklist, people go, "Yeah, absolutely, I want that. I want to know how to optimize my Facebook page." So they opt in for the checklist, enter their email address, and they say, "Send me that checklist." What are they expecting when they click that button? They're expecting the checklist, right? So if you all of a sudden say, "Hey, your checklist is on its way, but while you're here, how would you like to go through this 6-part video training of how to get leads from YouTube?" They'll go, "Wait, what? No, and you might get some, but really, you've just pulled their brain into a different area, and it causes sales friction." So what I've found in the 48-hour funnel that I did is a very simple, logical upsell that kind of gets high conversions. And here's the secret, guys. You've got to build on top of what they've already said yes to, right? Understand this. You've got to build on top of what they've already said yes to. So if they've said yes to a Facebook optimized page checklist, then doesn't it make sense to kind of give them something else that's going to help them with that checklist or help them with their Facebook page? You keep on building on from that, keep them on the same flow of where they're going, and you're going to start getting some conversions. You just got to make it irresistible. And the good news is, guys, that's a concept you can understand right now. You're smart enough to understand that. But I'm also going to show you what I've done, right? That's the promise. I want to fulfill that promise, right? So Garth wants to know what you thought of that. Tell me what you thought of that. Is that making sense? Do you think, can you see it working in your business? Right. Well, I already know. A bunch of people who contributed at the start told me they're in the health and wellness and nutrition business. My God, I'm already working with people, and we're kind of getting such good results in this niche because all we got to do is find some certain problems to solve. And while you're all typing in your answers and telling you how awesome stuff is, and keep going, I'll tell you this, right? Don't think you just have to come up with one lead magnet. No, right? There's nothing stopping you from coming up with 5, 6, 8, 10, 12 different lead magnets, solving one problem at a time, and they all come back to your home, which is your business, right? So solve one problem at a time, have one marketing funnel for each problem, and bring them all back to your business, back to your home, right? So Garth is looking funny. Yes, absolutely, good. Cool. Yep, Bill, you can think about how to split up the book, right? Yeah, so Bill, I mean, your book is awesome, man. I'm just listening to the audio at the moment, man. It's just phenomenal. So a lot of people might think you don't want to give away your best secret. You don't want to give away your best secret. That's like you want to hang on to that. But just think about this, guys. If you're feeling like that, it's okay to tell people what to do, but not how to do it. But giving away your best secret is a very smart strategy if you want to build an audience, build a following, get authority, and because if you give away something for free, people are going to say, "Wow, if they give that something for free, imagine what I'm going to learn when I buy the book, right? Or buy video training, or have a strategy call with him or her, right? And so on and so forth, right? So Garth's happy. Some of you guys aren't playing with the interaction stuff, but that's okay. The more that you conversate with me, the better I can help you if you got as we go along. I know I'm going really fast, guys. So how's the time going? All right, we're good. It's copywriting, right? So the highest paid skill on the planet. Mal Emery said that copywriting's the highest paid skill on the planet. I know that to be true. Out of everything I've done in my life, it's put more money in my bank account than anything I've ever done. But here's the thing: when I write copy for marketing funnels, I go a different tack than most people do. See, when in copywriting for marketing funnels, you got to come up the headlines, do 80% of the lifting, right? Then if the headline does its job, people will read the copy just to be more convinced that they're going to buy. Video scripts are critical, right? Video scripts, my God. If you don't want video scripts, that's okay. You don't need them, right? Other thing is emails, right? I'll tell you now, there's a lot of funnels out there that 50% of their earnings come from the follow-up emails, meaning that people, they drive traffic, people go through there, and maybe even the traffic's more expensive, and on the outset, on the immediate, you know, journey people go through their funnel, they're spending more money on traffic, but the emails are so good, the follow-up emails, that they're actually picking up another 50%, and now it's turned into a profitable marketing funnel. So emails are critical. And also your ad copy for Facebook and for Google ads and other things like that. So we don't have time to go through that, but I'm going to talk about two most important things, which is headline copy and body copy. All right, so let's get into it. Example time. So here's the page that I whipped up, and I kid you not, it was less than 20 minutes, and you can see why. It's pretty ugly, pretty simple, right? This page converted 81% of people on my list opted in for it. So I wrote a couple of emails, and 81% of the people who went over here opted in for it, right? Now I want to show you my thinking behind the headline. It's very, very simple. It just tells them exactly what they're going to get, right? People are time poor. Just tell them exactly what they're going to get, but you still have to use punchy words to make it irresistible. Like shortcut is important, checklist is important, right? And up the pre-headline is, are you losing leads because your Facebook page is set up wrong? Ooh, that's a bit of an emotional stirrer. Then when they read this headline here, they're generally going to have they want more information, so they go to the subhead. Subhead kind of fills in the gap. So it's a quick and easy checklist gets your Facebook page optimized for maximum leads. Awesome, right? A checklist that does that, I'll have that. There's a video that goes through it as well. That's the big lesson there. Also, the cover copy, not a stunning cover. I did that in 15 minutes because we had to do this in 48 hours, right? So perfection had to be put aside for right now. But it wasn't fancy graphics here because images don't convert, words do, and this did a lot of the heavy lifting with me as well. So there you go, right? Interesting for an ugly page to convert that well. Next page, right? So they're expecting their checklist, and here's what comes up next. And this is really important, right? This is this page goes down, I'm going to show you, right? But I want you to take notice of the headline here, right? Watch this members only video that walks you through your Facebook checklist to guarantee set up right for maximum leads. Plus, a rare and exclusive webinar recording showing you how to get a quick cash injection in the less than 4 weeks. Now, why this works so well is it's a direct headline. For instance, they're not expecting it. So you don't want to use so when you pay for a copywriter to do your copywriting, what we do in emails and video scripts and ad copy is second to none that most people can't do, because we do it day in, day out. It's our life, right? And we get good conversions for it. But when we put marketing funnel copy to, we have to very carefully be mindful that we just go straight to the point and don't confuse them. And that's what you need to do as well. Just tell them, for instance, if they don't like watching videos, or their video didn't work for whatever reason, if all they did is read this, watch this members only video that walks you through the Facebook page checklist to guarantee you set up right, they know exactly what this page is all about. And even what the heck? Okay, so even because it's only $7, I'm okay to put the price there. Anything higher than that, I might not put the price on the button. But it says click here to grab these exclusive videos, normally $4.97, today only. And I know that 42% of people paid for this, right? But here's the other thing that was really important. The next page. I had a picture of what they're going to get. If you're going to sell something, always have a picture, right? Very, very important. So there's and this is the second bonus here. Quick ways to get a cash injection in the next 4 weeks. Now, I know for a fact, because I spoke to people who bought this, I know people bought this for $7 purely just to get this second bonus, right? Now, that's really important. So if I left that off, I would have reduced my conversions into clients then. So I encourage you to have something that builds on top of what they've just said yes to, like a walkthrough video, and then also have something irresistible that they want, and then you'll get some really good conversion. That's kind of an irresistible offer formula that I just gave you right there, right? So the next thing I'm going to show you step 3. Step 3, again, look at the headline. It tells them exactly what it is. An extremely rare and exclusive opportunity to have a private one-on-one big idea strategy session with Brett at 75% discount. The smartest business owners from around the world happily pay thousands of dollars to have Brett's marketing brain nail the $1 million big idea for their business. Now it's your turn, right? So again, it just tells them exactly what's on offer right here, and someone who's interested can scroll down and decide that, even if they didn't, and understand, can see the videos a bit longer here, because the more money you're asking for, the longer you have to try and sell, because you have to overcome more objections and highlight more benefits and things like that. But I'm not here to teach you on video scripts right now, but let me tell you, video scripts can make or break your marketing funnel, right? You really, really want to get good at putting video scripts together, okay? The next page, as you scroll down, a little bit more information here. Then kind of a few bullet points about why it's so awesome to have my brain in your business, and 75% discount, right? So that's cool. So now so from that, this is an opportunity to sell your big ticket item if you've got one. If you don't, that's okay. You might have a core offer or something like that. But this is an opportunity for you. If you've got a big ticket item, you can really monetize. It's the best way to monetize a marketing funnel, is have a strategy like this, which gets people on a phone. You can sell them into a course or a program. All right. I'll give you another example. This haven't gone live yet because I've just been so busy running these webinars because of demand. But here's just the 48-hour funnel checklist. Step 1. Not even a headline, is it? It's just that. I mean, if I go back and do it, I might even put some headline here. But this is a headline in itself, right? Use his proven checklist to get new leads and sales in 48 hours, right? And so on and so forth. Step 2. Watch this members only video that walks you through the 48-hour funnel checklist and shows you how it made 22,000, blah, 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 plus an extra bonus video. I have a picture of what they're going to get. Always have a picture. Have some bullet points, right? And again, I did that. You probably did that in about 10 minutes. This is another one. This is another 48-hour funnel here. How to nail irresistible high converting lead magnets to grow your list and your bank balance fast, right? Okay, that is a free bonus. The same irresistible offer formula I taught you about. Have something to build on, and have an irresistible second bonus training or offer or product or whatever to make it easy for them to say yes to $7, right? But here's the important thing. This is really, really important, guys. I'll go back up here. You have to tell them why you're giving them a discount. Very, very important. If you say, hey guys, I've got this amazing stuff for you, and usually, $1,497, but I'm going to let you have it today for $7. Press the button now and get it. Like, as if, like, scam alert. Like, it just doesn't sound congruent, right? So what I said is something along the lines of, hey guys, I've got this members only video that's going to walk you through the checklist. So if you like prefer videos, if you don't like to look at documents and you want to have my voice in the background, I've got a members only video where we kind of walk through the checklist. So we'll use case studies and examples and go deeper into it so you set it up right. But I can't give it to you for free because my members would crucify me. But I can give it to you at a really discounted price of only $7. I want to prove to you that I'm the real deal and that I'm on your side. And in fact, if you don't like it for whatever reason, I'll give you a 100% money back guarantee, right? So that's cool. So that tells them why you're doing it. People need to know why, so the trust and believability is there. Okay, and there's some proof. Mel Emery, Brett's one of the most talented marketers. Another Spike Hummer is a genius marketer from the US. Guarantee and the button, right? Main offer, we'll grab these rare and exclusive recordings and templates from our Marketing Funnel 1-day live training workshop at a massive 85% discount today only. Straight away, that headline tells them what it is. The video goes through some very smart emotional kind of salesmanship as well. But if they didn't watch that, this tells them what it is. Has some proof up here. Over 200 business owners invested thousands to invest in this 1-day marketing funnel training. Give this training to your team members so they can implement your marketing funnels with ease, right? Next page, I showed pictures of what they're going to buy. Very, very important, right? I showed pictures of the workbook, testimonials from some superstar marketers who love what I do, guarantee, and there's a price down the bottom for $77, right? So cool, that's another example. So I hope that gives you some examples of, you can literally, I promise you this, you can literally take my idea, that concept, and you can use that for yourself. That's how you can steal my marketing funnel. You just go from a checklist video plus bonus video, then to a phone call to your core offer, and if as long as you're solving a red hot problem at the start, then you're going to get a good you're going to get generally get some good results, better results than anything else. But the problem is you've got to implement, right? You've got to. That's the big gap here. You've got to implement, and that's what I'm here for. I don't want you to leave this webinar and go, hey, thanks, Brett, got that. Like, I've failed as a presenter if I've done that. I want to help you implement. So let's get stuck into that. So to show you how this is going to work, Garth's got a question. What's your average sale? Now, if you're just new in business, I want you to have a stab in the dark and guess. So Garth's looking for some answers. What's your average sale? Okay, what's your average sale? Thanks, Bill. Bill, yeah, mate. Bill, your average sale might be higher than $34 because if you sell some consultations, your average sale might bump up to $100, right? And Bill, I know you've got scope for putting on your own seminars because you're a presenting pro. Pip, your ebook is $49.95. So I encourage you guys, Pip, how hard would it be for you to put some videos about your break? If you've got 12 chapters of the ebook, can you do 6 videos talking about? Can you interview experts? Interview experts is probably the easiest, to be honest with you. Can you put something up and sell it for $97 or $147? Do you reckon you can do that? Right? I'd love to put my head in your business, Pip. Consultations, 160 plus supplements. Oh, awesome. No, you're on fire. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Hey, John, 5,000. John, welcome back, man. $5,000, which is fantastic. 3-hour consultation, $495 for Bill. Excellent. Michelle, approximately 100. Michelle, I know you've got scope for something more as well, right? So I tell you that because of this, right? Cynthia, I'd love to talk to you, Pip. That'll be cool. John, for a website. Nice. Oh, John, this is so cool, man. I'd love to talk to you, mate, because just today we're helping someone with a 3-step funnel to they're targeting a certain niche to do websites with, and we've so it's a service business, right? And we're helping them with a 3-step funnel, and we're so pumped and excited about it, man. So love to talk to you. Jamie, 5,500. Man, you're laughing. Yep, $10,000 for a speaking gig, Bill. Fantastic. Now, it's really important that you guys participate, and I really appreciate that. And Garth is now your best friend. He's going to stalk you around the party all night because you've been playing so well. So here's the thing. Here's the question, guys. I'm going to go straight to it now. Do you want to do it fast or slow? Like seriously, do you want to take my ideas and go, yeah, I'm gonna do this next year. I'm gonna try and do it, or whatever the case. Do you want to do it fast or slow, right? Um, do you want to do it painful, or do you want to do it pain-free, right? Painful or pain-free? Because let me tell you, the painful way is I believe from experience is trying to do it yourself, find out it doesn't work. This is all good experience. Don't take me wrong. I have a lot of respect for people who just have a crack, but listen, if you really want to make a big impact in the world, we want to get you to the money faster, right? So the painful way is, trying to do it yourself and just trying to source support through your own bat. The pain-free way is still a bit of pain, is doing it with us, with our support, and we can kind of tell you what to do and how to do it in 48 hours. But the ultimate pain-free way is if we do it for you, right? So there's opportunities, also I'm going to talk about now, and where you can do it. I'll give you the resources and some extra bonuses where you can actually go and do it yourself, but you can have our support and follow our lead and do it that way and faster. Or you can say, bugger that, Brett. I want to use your group of awesome people and we can actually do it for you. Now, a lot of people know me, they say, oh, Brett, hold on. We know that for you to do a long form sales, that your starting point is 25K. Yeah, that's true. And that's money well invested for those who take that. But I've got a team of very affordable people who can do marketing funnels at really low affordable prices, and we're pretty pumped about that. So anyway, so here's the thing, right? I want to give you an opportunity to get the same kind of training that I took this group through just only 6 weeks ago, I think it was. Right, and think about this. Right, what the room you're looking at now, there's more people behind them. Was they came in there with nothing more than just an idea that I helped them with. They all had different businesses. There were some of the network marketers, there were speakers, there was accountants, there was a catering business, there was people selling pool supplies, there was information marketers, there was website builders, there was relationship builders, there was property investors, there was health and nutrition experts, a room full of people, right? I helped them with their 3 steps. They had my brain in their business for long enough till I could help them with that. They came in here. A lot of them were completely no tech. You're either going to be no tech, low tech, or high tech. I think the majority of them were no tech. But in 48 hours, they had their 3-step funnel ready to go live, better than most business owners ever dream about, or they've had good intentions of, right? So I want to give you the same thing, but there's another story to this, what I want to talk to you about, and that is this. A week before we ran this workshop, because people paid $1,000 to attend this, right? Because it's not like one of those free seminars where we give you skimp on the information and just try and sell you into something big. It's like we get stuff done. You don't walk out with a notepad full of intentions. You walk out with a result. Right, so people paid $1,000, and people said, "Hey, Brett, I'm happy to pay $1,000, but I can't get to the Gold Coast. Can you live stream it?" Right, so we live streamed it, and we had a bunch of people watching in from the videos, from the cameras. You can't see the cameras; they're out the back. But they actually went through the training, and got the same results as everyone in the room. And from that day on, my brain just exploded. I said, "My God, now the boundaries have come to seminars has just broken down. The walls have broken down." So we recorded all this, so you can actually follow the same training that we did here. There's 4 sessions a day, 4 90-minute sessions. Plus, we got support. We got copywriters in the room. We got IT geniuses like Lindy was in the room. Just if anyone had their hand up, you could ask questions. So you'll hear all that. Plus, you'll have support. So here's what if you want to do that by yourself, that's fantastic. You can give this to your team if you've got some outsourcers or you want to find an outsourcer. Give it to them and say, "Hey, do this for me," right? Or you can say, "Bugger that, Brett, you can do it for us." So here's what I say, enough learning, guys, enough learning. It's time to get stuff happen, right? So if you want to get those implementation videos, everyone paid $997, right? So I've got to be fair to them. So I'm going to show you, what we're going to do. Nothing beats being in the live room, but the funny thing that really blew my mind is that the people who actually watched it through video, they got the same results. In fact, just today, I swear to God, right, I got an email from a guy promoting a web, like doing a 3-step funnel that led to a webinar, and he was one of the guys that was in the simulation, was on the kind of live streaming, and I said, dude, this is awesome. You've just done this. He goes, Brett, your training has just completely changed it for me, mate. I'm now I can do this whenever I want. And oh my god, it was the second best email I had today, apart from that one about the book I told you about earlier. Anyway, we're going to do. I'm going to talk to you about this, right? We're going to do on the 18th and 19th of December, and if you can't make those dates, don't worry, right? Because we're going to do more and more of these. But we're going to be running the videos all together, so you can watch it from home. And we're going to have, as long as we've got kind of 20 people, we're going to have our team in the background to help support. So you can actually go through the training as if you were there live. And if you've got a problem and you get stuck, then you just reach out and we'll be there. I'll be there for 2 days, Lanika, and as long as we've got 20 people, I'm going to bring the team in as well, copywriters, the whole lot. So you can actually go through it. Now, if you can't make those days, don't worry, because we're going to do it again. And you've got the recordings anyway. In fact, one guy said to me, but I'm not going to wait for that. I'm going to start this tomorrow, right? You can do that as well. So the other thing I want to give you is a group strategy recording. And this came out of an idea, right? I said I had 25 people come to this seminar, and I said, right, guys, let's all jump on a webinar, and I want you to tell me what your ideas are for the 3 steps, and I'm going to give you instant feedback. I'm going to either validate that you got a good idea, or I'm going to give you ideas how you can improve it, right? So 25 people all in a row in 90 minutes. I went through every single person, and I changed and improved every single one, bar none. And my members who pay top dollar for me to work inside their business, they sent me a message, say, Brett, that was probably one of the best webinars you've ever done, because it was this rapid fire strategy. Now that also told me this: I can give people the concepts. You've just got the concept of how to do a 3-step funnel. But what I found through this group strategy recording was that you can still get it wrong if you don't have the right strategy, right? So even though I told them what the information that I gave you, but they just needed one little conversation with me, and I tweaked it, and they go, oh yes, of course, that'll convert a lot better. Why? Because I can see the matrix when it comes to marketing, because I live, breathe, eat, and sleep in this stuff, right? Pretty crap at most other things, but when it comes to marketing, right, you're in a safe place with my brain. The other thing I want to give you is a private Facebook group. You can't just join this. Everyone who's part of this group have invested money to be a part of it, and you have unlimited support. So if you want to say in the group, hey guys, what do you think of this landing page? Or what do you think of these headlines? If not myself, because I'm in there every day, other people go, that's great, but I don't like this part. And you got instant feedback. You want support? Like, if you want support, this is where it's at, right? Other thing is a funnel critique. So when you've come up with your 3-step funnel, you can talk to one of our team members, have a quick 20-minute power call, and say, here's what I want to do. And one of our team members go, yeah, I'll do this, and that, because I've trained my copywriters to think like me when it comes to this, right? So that's pretty cool, right? Because again, you can do it yourself, but if you want our brains and want our resources in there, then this is where to get it. Right, the total value of that, $8,494. And look, if you've got high-end ticket sales, you can get that back, then it's money well invested. I'll tell you why. Of course, you're not going to pay that, but once you do this once, and listen to this, once you do this once, you've got a skill that'll pay you for life, a skill that pay you for life. Like the email I got today, the guy put out his first marketing funnel, and he just didn't even know what to do just 6 weeks earlier. Now he can do it over and over again. It freaking excites me, right? So who is this ideal for? It's ideal for speakers, authors, coaches, consultants or experts, service providers, right, and others. We've helped people, there's a lot of people in the fitness industry. We've helped people in the fashion industry, believe it or not. Accountants, people who thought, oh, will this work for my industry? Listen, if you've got some information, if you can package up information that people want, then I can almost guarantee you this will work, right? It's just a matter of coming up with the right offerings, right? So here's the thing: when I had to come up with a price for this, I had 2 options, right? And here's what I thought. The first option was I could sell the recordings by themselves for dirt cheap and get a heap of easy sales, and just not even and have no more contribution from me, and that's fine. That's the nice and easy way. That's what most internet marketers will do. They'll just make it nice, dirt cheap and easy, and just move on to the next thing, right? But I know from experience that I don't want this just to be another thing that you that gathers digital dust and you do nothing with. So I want to give you more of myself to make sure you implement it. That's how Lanique and I are going to make our biggest impact in the world, is helping you implement, right? So we've decided the second option, make it the price slightly higher, still affordable, but give you massive extra value to ensure you get real results. And here's the kind of value I'm talking about, right? On top of that $8,000 thing, the bonus one is this. Bonus one, I'm going to give you extra bonus training videos, right? Which to the value of $1,000 to help you, like how to use the software with these. I want to show you how to create sharp, super converting graphics for free, super fast, right? So you're not bogged down waiting for designers or having to pay them. You can do it super fast, right? And other video content, how to create video content like your checklist videos and things like that. So I'll be adding more videos to this. So I'm gonna bonus number one, for the first 10 people who order from this webinar, I'm going to give you access to those videos as well as a bit of an incentive, right? Bonus number two is really, really exciting. Copywriting templates and scripts, right? I told you before that you've got to get good at video sales letters, and emails can do the heavy lifting and give you 50% more sales, right? So I want to give you some email templates so you're not staring at a blank screen, and it's the closest you can get to me writing them for you. I'm also going to give you a video sales letter course worth $997, which you can fill in the blank and fill out a full video script where you know what to say, when to say, and then you can go press record, right? And I'm also going to give you the step 1, 2, and 3 video scripts that I've personally written. I'm going to give you them as well, which people pay me, more than $2,500 there. But so I'm going to give you them as bonus 2 for the first 5 people who order. Okay, so that's worth 4.5 just there. Okay, that's bonus number 2. Now you might be thinking, holy crap, Brad, I haven't even. Where can I buy? And I know you think you want to. So that's coming up. See, there's also a third bonus, but I'm going to show you that after I tell you where to take action on, right? Because that's probably the best part. Right, but here's the thing I want you to think about, and thanks for sticking around to the end. What is it worth to you, right? See, if you make an extra 10 sales, what's that worth to you? 10, your average sales, right? If you put an extra 100 leads per week, what's that worth to you? How would that make you feel if you're getting 100 new leads per week and you're making 10 sales per week? Would that be cool, right? What about if you sold 2 high ticket sales every week, or 1 a week? Or what's that worth to you? I want you to think about that. I seriously want you to think about that, because when I make decisions with investing things, I always think about return on investment. If all you had was a $17 ebook, then I'd say, listen, yeah, you can do this. It's good training, you can do it, but it's going to take you a while to get your money back. It's still worthwhile. But for instance, Pip, when I was kind of quizzed you, what else can you do? And you went boom, boom, boom. That was awesome, right? I love putting my brain in people's businesses. It's my favorite thing ever, right? So if you could do that and earn an extra $5,000 or $10,000, $20,000 in a month, whatever, from having the right offerings at the right time. Now, what's that worth to you, right? So here's the thing: if you did have some high ticket sales, and if you don't have an idea yet, I can tell you, I can give you some ideas. If you made $5,000 in a week, would it make sense to invest $5,000 once only to set it up right, knowing too very well that every sale after that will be pure profit for you, right? So can you see why it's a good deal at even $5,000, right? So here's the thing: if we're going to run this event live next year, it's not going to be 997, right? It's going to be 1,997. So I'm going to show you now how much you can get this training for, knowing very well that it's you've got all this stuff which is worth $8,000 plus the extra videos and the extra video sales that are on swipe files, which is $13,000, nearly $500. I haven't even shown you about the step 3 offer out yet, but here's where you can go grab it now, right? You can get started today for only $397, and that's it. Now, sorry, that's a typo. 2 payments of $297. Just ignore that. that's wrong. But $397, guys, and that's it. And again, the first in, first serve get the bonus. So where to go? All you've got to do is go here. See, you can't buy this. You can't go to a button just buy right now. I only just to make sure that the quality of the group is the people I want. you can only go through a phone call with our guys, just so you can get some feedback on your 3-step funnel. I'm going to put in the chat this link so you can quickly click it, because you're going to have a 20-minute power call just to see if you're going to be qualified for this, right? So it says call with Brett, but that's because I've been using that for a while. But you'll have a chance to speak to one of my team members, and they'll see if you qualify for this, to be a part of this and get this training. We don't want to just sell it to people who aren't going to do anything about it. And it's okay if you want to do it next year and take your time, or you want to give it to your outsourcer, that's fine. But we just want to make sure before you do it that you kind of use us as a sounding board and say, here's what I'm thinking, and we'll kind of tell you what it is, right? So also, if you don't want to do it with the trainer, you just want to ask guys to do it for you, and say, bugger that, I want to have a chat to you and see how much it's going to cost for me to build it out. You'll be surprised, it's quite affordable. Then go to meetme.so/call with Brett and book in a call, right? Well, here's what you're going to see. I've still got another bonus coming, but I'll come back to that later. I'll show you what you're going to do. When you go to meetme.so call with Brett, it gives you an opportunity to book into my calendar in the next 24 hours, and we can hook you up and have a chat to see if it's going to be good for you, right? So what would it be worth to you? Think about this, guys. You made an extra, what if you made an extra 10 sales per week? What if you made one extra high ticket sale per week? Or what if all this did is just give you a kick up the pants to get it done, right? If you've already invested so much in mentoring and coaching and seminars, it doesn't make sense to have something that can help you implement. And that's why this is different than anything else you've seen, right? So here's the bonus 3. Bonus 3 is a free strategy. This is only for the first 3 people. You get a free strategy call with me, one-on-one funnel strategy with you, worth $997. Again, you get all that plus a free strategy session with me for $397. So the first 3 people, I'll see it come into my inbox straight away. You don't have to speak to one of my team members. You go straight to me, and you get my brain in your business. Now, let me ask you this: who would like my brain in your business? I know, Pip, you said you would. I really hope you're booking a time so we can have a chat. It'll be awesome, right? Who else? Anyone? I need a picture of Garth here. Who would like my brain in their business, right? All we need is 15 minutes and 20 minutes, but I promise you I can come up with ideas a lot faster than that. Cool. So I'm just going through a lot of this stuff. Definitely. Thanks, Michelle. Cool. Lisa. Okay, painfully long close. Sorry about it, Lisa. I'm not sure if you've just come in or whatever the case, but so anyway, guys. So the point is, if you guys want my brain in your business and you want to get this implemented, then let's get moving, right? I don't want this to be another training video where you just training webinar where you just get good information, right? So you can get started today for $397, guys. Go to meetme.so call with Brett. Now's the time I'm going to open up for questions. Now, you've been holding tight, and I really appreciate that. Now, you might be thinking, will this work for me, right? Or do you want questions about these training videos, or do you want whatever the case? Now's the time. Yeah, you've got an opportunity to have my brain in your business. So let's talk about your business right now. So if you've got any questions at all, now's the time to do it. And while you're doing that, I'm going to show you what happens when you go to meetme.so call with Brett. You're going to see 20-minute power call, right? Then you're going to say book now. You're going to click on the book now. It's going to tell you what time zone you're in. I'm in Brisbane. Then you're going to say, right, Friday. Let's chat tomorrow. Here's all the time slots. I've cleared the slate tomorrow, so you can book in a 20-minute power call. If you're one of the first 3, you get to have a call with me, which is cool. If you're after that, it'll be a team member. So I really encourage you to jump in and do it. You've got nothing to lose, right? So let me go back here. Next thing, what I want to talk to you about while the questions are coming. Let's get the questions going, guys. I know you haven't seen Garth, but any questions at all. You've got 2 choices. You can do nothing and continue to work this out yourself the hard way, right? And again, all you've got is just an idea. I want you to move more than just an idea. Choice number 2 is step up now. Make the tiny investment into implementing so you can get real results. That's one thing I love about this. If you do what we say, we guarantee results, right? We guarantee you get a 3-step marketing funnel live. And that's all you got to do is follow our steps. And it's not just training. This is step by step. We'll help you implement, right? Which is really, really cool. If you're confused about anything, now's the time to jump in and ask some questions. Okay, if it works, great. If not, no worries. You can ask for a full money back guarantee. You've got nothing to lose. 100% money back guarantee. Number one, you got 30 days, no question asked, money back guarantee. Number two, if your first attempt doesn't convert, we will review it for you for free, right? You go through, put it together, throw it up, and see if it converts. If you're not happy with the conversions, we will actually jump on a call with you. We'll go through your whole funnel and we'll give you a free, review of it, right? So this is why it's important to stick around to the end, because this is why the $397, not only just to have my brain in your marketing business, but also to be ongoing support for your marketing. If you really want to make an impact and get in the world, then that's the important part, right? Is this guarantee? We'll review it for free. So the question is simple, guys. Do you want to do it fast or slow, right? Do you want to do it painful or pain-free? If you want it pain-free, we can do it for you. Let's have a chat. So thanks again for attending, guys. You can get started today for only $397. Forget the 2 monthly payments. That shouldn't be there. $397. You can click the link in the chat box. Go to meetme.so, call with Brett, and that's it. So now I've got some bunches of questions coming in. So cool. Michelle says, what is involved if it's done for you? Cool, Michelle. If you can just go to meetme.so, call with Brett, I'll have a chat to you and tell you what we do, because we will we build out everything. We do all the copy, we do the design, we do the pages, we build the lead magnet designs, we plug in the we do it all. Like, I don't want to go through it here because it's like just me spelling out is going, oh, everyone's going, what the heck? Like, but every funnel is different. It depends what your step 3 is. If your step 3 is a phone call, it'll be nice and easy, nice and affordable. If you want to point to a long form sales letter, then we have to do that for you. Then that would be a little bit more money. But there's generally you'll be using my team, and I've got some of the best team around, right? So so John says, is that 397 US? So it's Australian, mate. Yeah, $397 Australian. So if you chimed in from the States, what's that? Only $84, is it? That's pretty awesome. So John, mate, it'll be awesome to have a chat with you, mate. If you're one of the first 3, that'll be cool. And mate, and John, I can have a really good conversation with you because I've only just today worked out a strategy for a web developer and designer on how to bring in leads and set them up for a phone call to sell websites. So, dude, mate, so I'm so good chimed in. Do I also help with product refinement, ideas, developing, and pricing? Absolutely. Build. Yeah, mate. When we have a call, like I'll help you. You bounce ideas off me, and I've kind of got a very keen eye on what's working and what's not working. So I mean, I guess what I want to be for you guys, everyone here, is I want to be a sounding board for you. Because most people haven't got clarity, right? So use this as an opportunity to get some marketing clarity. Because when you get clarity and confidence, you'll be unstoppable, right? Without it, you can go back to overwhelm land, right, and come back to me in 12 months, right, and price won't be the same. But anyway, we're here to help. So Michelle says, how challenging is it to do it by virtual rather than live face-to-face? Good question, Michelle. This is a great question. Look, when we first ran it, we had no idea what that answer was going to be. But if all you do is just to watch the videos, you'll do it, you'll work it out, but it'll be challenging. Look, here's the thing, Michelle. I've got to be honest with everyone. No matter what path you take, it's always going to be challenging, right? I guess where this is going to help is you got support here. If you get stuck, you jump into the private Facebook group and goes, hey guys, for the life of me, I can't get this freaking thank you page to pop up. What am I doing wrong? Then boom, we go, have you done this? Have you done that? Yep. Or watch this video. You go, awesome guys, thanks. You got support, right? I'm in that Facebook group, every day, and we've got other guys who have done this training, and we're all helping. I'm building the 48 funnel community is a really cool thing. So it'll be awesome to be a part of it. So it will be more challenging to do it yourself. It'll be less challenging to do it with our implementation videos. If you want to wait for next year and pay $2,000 to come to a live training, you're more than welcome to do that. It won't be any different than what you'll see on the videos. I'll tell you that. Okay, I know you're happy to come along. Don't get me wrong, but we're going to follow the same formula because it works, right? Michelle also asked, does that mean that we get the 3-step funnel completed and live in 2 days? Yeah, if you follow the steps, that was the big promise, right? Now, understand this, for those 2 days, you won't have a live. I say that jokingly, but you'll have 4 90-minute sessions. You'll probably have to work a little bit over as well to fine-tune it. There'll be some homework to do at the start because you'll have to chat to our team. We'll have to make sure you understand what your offerings are. You have to do other few things. So you have to have your checklist ready, which is not hard, to get a checklist ready, but we can cover that in the strategy session. But when you know what you've got to do and you can start with the 2 days and you just isolate yourself, you can do it. But hey, Michelle, let's just say you do it over Christmas and you want to do it over a week and you just do an hour here, an hour there, or whatever. Like, it's a hell of a lot better than working out for yourself over 12 months, isn't it? So Michelle said, that's cool. I've already booked time with you for Saturday. Fantastic. That's great. Pip, awesome. Does it include Facebook ad costs? No. So what do you mean by Facebook ad costs? So Pip, yeah, that's something outside of this, right? So $397 is we show you how to we help you. It's pretty much close. We're looking over your shoulder, helping you implement it. But if you want to drive ads to it, that's a whole new conversation. In fact, Lanika and I, we're going to be running a workshop with our good friend Phil McGregor next year called the 48-hour Facebook ads, right? So that's something else that's coming up for our community. But the first gate to pass through is through the 48-hour funnel if you want to be a part of that. Cool. Cool. So Lindy said, I hope you share that with me too. Yeah, of course, Lindy, you're part of the team, so you get everything, which is awesome. Thanks, Vicky. So Vicky, thanks, Pip. Hey, Pip, if you haven't already, duck over to meetme.so, call with Brett. Let's have a chat. If you've got a book selling for $50, I guarantee that within 10 minutes I can show you how to divvy that up and turn it into a really slick 3-step marketing funnel that builds leads, gets you more money, and you can get your $397 back really super quick, right? So let's have that chat. I don't want you to walk away from this. You have booked in, awesome. So if you're in the top 3, then booked. Oh, that's fantastic. Thanks, awesome. Look forward. Hopefully you're in the top 3 so we can have a call. Yeah. Lindy is a part of our team. She's an absolute gun. So we've also got Chris, John, Vivian. Anyone else wants to ask any questions? Now your time, or we can give yourself an early mark. But guys, this is again the big promise at the start here was what happened? What happened here? Big promise at the start was to help you get your marketing funnel up and live within 48 hours. If you want to have a crack at it well before Christmas, then it's an opportunity to do it. We're going to put if we can get 20 people, we're going to take a group through the simulation video training on the 18th and 19th of December. If you don't want to go through that, or you can't make that time, it's cool. You can do it whenever you want, right? And you've always got the support. That's the main important thing. You have got the support, right? What's going on here? Sorry, guys. Sorry. Any more questions? Let me see here. Questions. Awesome, John. You booked in. Thanks, Dan. That's cool, man. Look forward to it. No, I can't wait to have that call with you, Bron. That'll be fantastic. Cool. So no more questions coming in. If no more questions, if you want anyone who's on the call, they're obviously going to get the checklist as well. If this is not for you, you just want to keep learning this stuff and trying to implement yourself, you're more than welcome to grab the checklist. The checklist is a bit of a summary of what you went through tonight without going into depth of coming up with the offers and things like that. But all you got to do to get the checklist is send me an email, info@brettthompson.com. I'll put that in the chat if all you want is the checklist. I'll put this here, checklist info at Brett with one T, Thompson without a P, THOMSON, BRET, THOMSON. It's in the chat. Send me an email. Tell me what you loved best about it, and I'll reply with your checklist, right? But for everyone else, look, really hope we get to chat. Use me as a sounding board and help you be your marketing coach and your implementation and kind of accountability guy in your business. So we can really crank things up and make sure 2016 you're off to a good start. Anyway, that's a wrap for me, guys. We did it in good time. Really appreciate for participating. No more questions coming through, so we're gonna have an early mark. Go and have some dinner. Early mark, sorry. Thanks for joining us, and have a great weekend. And for those of you who booked your call, really look forward to talking to you tomorrow and Saturday. And for the rest of you, here's your last chance. Go to meetme.so, call with Brett. Otherwise, have a great weekend, and we'll be in touch very soon. Bye for now.